And as I entered the cell, my cell partner was like, "What you doing back here?" I said, "Man, I made parole." I guess I said it so low that he couldn't really hear me, but he was like, "What?" I said, "Bro, I made parole." And he was like, "Oh shit, that's what's up." As soon as he said that, the tears come down. And I'm still in awe of the whole situation because I'm like, okay, what's the next step? What I need to do? Little did I know, everything takes a process or whatever case may be, which I did know, but I'm trying to figure out a way where I can speed the process up if I could. You can't. So I ended up leaving Lawrenceville and going to Greensville, where the reentry program was at. And which is a 5-6 month program. And everybody that's in there I have been it with since I was since I was 16 years old. You know what I mean? And everybody, because a lot of us have been pretty much separated from each other since Southampton or the jail or whatever the case may be. So seeing each other again, it's like, oh man, we all ready to go home, this and that and the third. So we all ecstatic, But, programming wise, all the things that we have done since we've been in the penitentiary to acquire certain things or whatever the case may be, we had to leave that alone. By the time I got to this unit, I didn't really have nobody in my corner other than the people that was incarcerated with me. You know what I mean? So all my little side hustles or whatever the case may be to maintain was gone. So I got to find another job. I got to do this, and that, and the third. The experience seemed like it took forever. And, I had to find a halfway house or whatever the case would be. And at first, it wasn't nowhere for me to go because I didn't have nobody, to go home to as far as parole to. So I had to go to a halfway house. And they act like I couldn't find a halfway house, this and that and the third, because, when you cannot find a halfway house, they cannot release you. And that is the most dramatic experience in your life when you're sitting here basically a free person. I ain't gonna say free, but you going home and the people telling you that we can't release you unless you have a place to go. So I'm stressed out, for months. And I'm programming, whatever the case may be. They got me on, the creative cognitive committee or whatever the case may be. And I'm doing well in there. I ain't doing too much in that, but just trying that we can't release you unless you have a place to go. So I'm stressed out, for months. And I'm programming, whatever the case may be. They got me on, the creative cognitive committee or whatever the case may be. And I'm doing well in there. I ain't doing too much in that, but just trying to wrap my brain around what I'm going to do when I get out of prison. It was the longest 6 months I ever had in my life. I can pretty much tell you that, but I made it. But along the way, I experienced some things that I thought I would never really experience, because they always telling us that, being in prison is a process of basically being rehabilitated or whatever the case may be, and that's not really the case. You have to basically rehabilitate yourself. You know what I mean? You have to grow on your own and do things, in that same manner. And hopefully you just surrounded by people that see what's going on and will help you along the way, which I had a lot of help. I got brothers that, support you or whatever the case may be. But as far as those people, they portray that image, but they're not really following through with everything that they say. The same way when I got to the halfway house, they was telling us, oh, you free now, you don't have to worry about this, and that, and the third. Bruh, I experienced a shakedown at the halfway house. They literally pulled us out our rooms at about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I basically got home because I was working at a location called Marshawn, which is a noodle company, and I worked 6 to 6, and which is in Chesterfield. It's Marshawn. And I basically just got home, and I went in there and got myself together, took me a shower, and went in there and laid down, and all of a sudden the people telling us we got to come out of our rooms. And I'm like, what? So we all come out of the room, we sitting in the parking lot while these people are walking through our rooms with dogs like I was still in penitentiary. Yeah, I done experienced that since I've been out as well. So